you can turn these things, by the way. Just press your left mouse button and you can turn them just to see them from all directions, and zoom in and out a bit.
Wait.
What you sneaking for? He's going away.
Looks
He's
like
afraid
he's
of
gone
us.
for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
Okay, so where do you propose we go?
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's a blacksmith.
Ooh.
I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably
The uncle
best
is a
if we
blacksmith.
split up.
Of course, he has an
Good luck.
uncle in
I
Riverwood.
wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Of course, he has an uncle in Riverwood. Who doesn't have an uncle in Riverwood? I don't have an uncle in Riverwood. I wish I had an uncle in Riverwood, who was a blacksmith, no less.
You should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the
Yeah,
rebels
but
have
first I really
themselves
want a
dragon,
written apology
General Tullius is the only
for
one
trying
who
to
can
chop my
stop
head
them.
off. Well, it actually says if the rebels have got themselves a dragon, so he thinks that the dragon is from the Stormcloaks. This is actually, oh, I'm liking this. Because it's all new to me, you know? Even after, you know, starting for the third time, there's still new stuff coming up.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares.
Pussy. Just
Crawler
rocks.
creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing. I admit, I still don't much like the look of it.
Actually, I would kind of like having such a huge, majestic thing pretty close to home. The only thing I would, of course, not like that much is the possibility of
These are the
undead
guardian
creeping through your
stones.
village, but otherwise it sounds
Three
pretty
of the
cool.
13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Thief. I'll go thief.
Thief, eh? It's never too late to take charge of your own fate, you know.
I know. But I am taking charge of my own fate, and my fate says thief. Or at least I say thief, and my fate says, okay, okay, I'll go thief. If that's what you want me to do, then fine. Let's go meet your uncle,
Listen,
the blacksmith.
as far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your pardon.
I did
But
not
until
do
we get that
anything.
confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers and avoid any complications, alright?
But didn't, apart from us, didn't just everyone die in Helgen? There was a giant dragon, he burned the entire village. I don't think we really have to worry about any news getting out.
That's the end of that.
It sure is. Give me back my arrows, you bitch. Maybe it is an actual bitch, like an actual factual bitch.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
Did I ever have any choice? Oh yeah, I did, sorry. And by the way, just the water graphics for this game, and it's such a huge improvement over Morrowind and Oblivion, graphics-wise, in terms of, you know, actually flowing water that goes from one side to the other side. That can have like waterfalls and stuff. That's just such. There were like in the editor. There were like for Morrowind. There were like a few prefab.
Things look quiet enough here.
Like waterfalls, but it
there's
just
my uncle.
didn't really have the same ring to it, as it were.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not.
Well, Sven is over here. This is Sven.
But I would stay
You
away
didn't.
from him if I were you.
What are you doing here? Are you on leave from shores, boats? What happened to you, boy? Are you in some kind of trouble?
Keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
She's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything. But we
So
need to
this
go
is the
inside.
brother of your father.
Okay,
Or of your
okay,
mother.
come inside then. Sigrid
He
will
looks
get you
really
something to
young.
eat, and you can tell me
He
all
actually
about
looks younger than you,
A dragon! I saw a
except for the
dragon.
beard.
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It
As
flew
big
right
as the
over
mountain?
barrel.
Not really. I mean, exaggeration isn't art, apparently.
If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
Alpha is my husband.
Sigrid, we have company.
Is that Sigrid? Where is it? Who are we talking to? Is Sigrid even alive? Oh,
Goodbye.
wait.
We've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit
I
down and
thought,
I'll get you
I,
something to eat.
for a moment there, I thought he was talking to his dead wife.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you
Ooh,
lost
I'm
an
going to sit
argument
down.
with a cave bear?
I don't know where to stop. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
Yeah, a dragon. Sure.
Ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here.
That's right.
I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. Glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can.
Okay,
But I
give
need
me your
your help.
house.
We need your help.
What kind of help do you need? 10 points of health is okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Picture of my healing. Lockpick. This will sell for quite a bit. And I might use this. No, I'm not going to play Barbie.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruff in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers
Balgruff.
he can. If you'll
He
do
sounds
that
like a
for
bad
me,
cough.
I'll be in your debt.
Do you have any supplies? Well, yeah, I just took all the supplies. How do I get to Whiterun?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach. The Jarl's
It's not as if I
palace.
don't actually know where Whiterun is, but I just want to roleplay the whole. Oh, I'm new here. Where? How do I get to Whiterun? What is a Whiterun? What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruff. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times.
And Balgruuf
So
is
far, he's
actually
managed
a
to
pretty
stay out of the
sweet
war.
Jarl. I actually like him as a
At
Jarl.
last, though. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can
And
blame
that
him?
is actually the
But
best
I've no
option.
doubt he'll prove
Not
loyal to
favoring
the Empire in
anyone.
the end. He's no traitor. Of course.
It's a bit of
Skyrim
a silly
always
question.
been part of
His
the Empire.
Imperial soldier's son is
That's
sitting right
for
next to
everything
him,
the Empire's
and I'm
been
asking
doing.
him if he supports the Empire.
Lords have never been fair weather friends.
So who's Elisif?
I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Well, what do you
People
think?
are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Yeah, why are those
From
fucking
that
high
treaty
elves
that
allowed
ended
to
the
arrest
Great
everyone?
War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship, we didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his Sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had
I
to
said
crack
actually
down,
stirred the whole thing up as well.
dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
So, can we just not, you know, can Ulfric and the Empire just not agree to hate the Thalmor and beat the shit out of them? But I guess the Thalmor are a bit too strong because, you know, if they can actually demand such, you know, such kind of invasive and pervasive demands, then I would say that they had the upper hand in the battle. Can I use your
see
forge?
No harm in it, if you have the skill.
Of course I have the skill.
Grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush,
Well,
child. Don't pester your
It had
cousin.
teeth
Nice to be
bigger
back
than
in a
you.
friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here.
Dude, you have to
I'd
report to your
recommend heading to
superior
Whitehall,
as
just
soon as
down the road
possible.
From here. From there, you can take a carriage to Solitude.
This is actually AWOL. He is going AWOL. Absent without official leave? Don't.
So did I.
You'll be
The damn
arrested as a
Stormcloak someone
deserter.
found one.
You will
Break
die.
it up. The war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed. Or you didn't know? That was Ulfric's Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
What fits into my character? I still haven't really thought of a backstory for the lass. I think she just kind of, you know, she kind of fell on hard times on the Empire in Cyrodiil, and she was like, oh, Skyrim seems like a cold place. I'm a bit cold myself. I can make a future though. I can make that work. So she just went there, and she's like, wow, what's this? She doesn't pay attention. Well, she just doesn't know he's a traitor.
Right.
Because
the
she heard
leader
from
of
him.
the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
Yeah. Who are the
You
Stormcloaks?
haven't heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about.
Sure do.
It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention.
It's like, people don't want to be with me. They don't want to be my friends. I'm just going to kill the High King. That will make me more loved. But how did you capture
A
the guy?
masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things
You mean
around for
Caesar?
the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the general turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our
But
ambush
how?
with only a few buddies.
How did you manage to set the
He
ambushes
surrendered pretty
exactly the
weakly,
right
too.
spot?
So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil. But I guess the general changed his mind. You know the rest.
Do you really think I should join this, the Imperial Legion?
Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the
No,
Legion.
not really.
But I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now.
Especially
And
while
if
you
the
still
rebels
have your head.
themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them. I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose.
Well, you do make a good case. You would make an excellent lawyer.
I hope so. The Legion is Skyrim's only
And he's just a nice guy.
Come
I
on,
find
we
it
better
really
get
hard to hate him. Even in my previous playthroughs, where I was like, you know, more of a Stormcloak figure, I just found it really hard to hate the guy. The guy is actually quite, you know, quite friendly.
Damn Stormcloak rebels. Keep your guard up.
How do I join?
General Tullius has his headquarters in Castle Dower, in the city of Solitude, northwest of here. You'll want to talk to Legate Ricka. She
Ricka.
deals with the new recruits.
Licky.
I'll be sure to put in a good word for you if I get back to Solitude first.
And why
I
is
guess that
Talos
wasn't
burned?
such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the pot that Ulfric's
Well,
supporters
no one
always
wants to live
conveniently
here
forget
anyway,
about.
except for the
As
Nords.
the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all. Be careful on the way to Solitude. Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere.
I'll take some shit from you if you don't mind. And I'll just save. What's this? Gentleman's Guide to Whiterun. A Gentleman's Guide to Whiterun by Mikhail the Bard. It is going to be read. Let's see how many pages. But if it's doable, Jesus, that's a lot of pages. Oh fuck. Okay, I might not actually read all of this. Or any of this, to be honest. You can just pause at the pages. There's just, welcome, good sir, to this indispensable guide. Within these pages, I, your humble author and guide, will describe to you the great city of Whiterun, the jewel of the north. And that is you're going to have to deal with that, because I'm not going to read any more than that. It's actually quite embarrassing, the BBC-ish
Did you really see a dragon?
thing that I just put up. Can't I steal anything around here? Another cigarette. No. What have you got to say?
Make yourself at home. I just hope the war doesn't come to Riverwood. There's enough trouble in the world without those Stormcloaks stirring up more. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay, I really don't like Bleak Thingy Barrow that much, but I really think I need to do some questing and leveling up before I actually
One of us
go
has
on.
to do something.
I said no.